you hear the thing all the time that all PR is good PR. I just don't think that's true. I ask a child molester. Like, I'm sorry, not all PR is good PR. Hey there, hi there, ho there, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Better Merch, Better Marketing podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kirby Hasseman. Joining me as she does every single week is our branding bestie, Jade Kreider. Jade, how the hell are you?
I am good. It's warming up again here, so I'm in a better mood today. I know you don't get to say the same, but it affects my mood intensely and my turtle's mood. So,
Sure,
how are you today?
Yeah. My turtles are fine. Yeah, no, I'm doing pretty well. I actually, as you know, just came back from North Carolina. So we came back to a pretty brutal, it was like 25 degrees when we landed with a lot of wind. So I immediately was like, all right, I'm going straight into layered up season. And I will say that ever since I made the choice to be like, okay, the one thing I can control is wearing more clothes and it's really actually helped how I deal with the cold weather. So I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. So if you are new around here, we are the Better Merch, Better Marketing podcast brought to you by Hasseman Marketing. We've been around for over 20 years trying to help people elevate their marketing and their merch. If you want to learn more about us, go to hassemanmarketing.com. We've got the target marketing framework, the target hiring framework, tons of content. So please check us out there. All right. So let's dive in today. We've got several cool topics that I think will be fun. And Jade has us totally prepared. I want to give a shout out. So she has sent us topics. She's got us ordered. She has a product of the week that you're going to be excited about. Like, she did a great job. And the reason I know she did a great job is because before we started recording, she's like, I did a great job. And so
yes, I did.
I want everybody else to know that too. Okay, so all right. So our first topic today is actually something that I've been paying attention to, and YouTube TV has been in negotiations with Disney, and Disney, of course, is like Disney. It's got Disney Plus and several other things, including ESPN.
Yeah.
Cable companies and different like YouTube TVs, they go through these every now and again. And honestly, I don't know if you've experienced this, Jade, but a lot of times there's a whole buildup to it, and they both posture and they do ads and and then they figure it out like at the 11th hour, and it doesn't generally affect me.
Yeah.
That is not how this has played out. So I saw ads leading up to it, and I was just like, I'm not even paying attention to it. And then one day I went downstairs, and as you know, I go out down in the morning and I work out. And so early in the morning, and I have a pretty strict routine about when I do things, what I do. And I generally watch, this is when I get to catch up on sports. I'm doing my push-ups and my pull-ups and on the treadmill. And that's when I watch the highlights and figure it all out. And one day I went down there and it did not exist. And so there was no ESPN, there was no ESPN2, there was no Disney, there was no, and so it's been going on for a minute. And I got an email from YouTube TV apologizing. It's been like 2 of them, and they're wanting to give me a credit for this. And I got to be honest with you, I'm considering canceling over this. And it sounds silly, but as you know, I don't watch a ton of TV.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it's silly at all.
And sports is like the one thing I do. And if the grandkids are over, Disney's the other piece. I don't really give a damn about anything else that's on cable. So I was curious to know, when things like this happen, have you run into this where you're like, okay, I can't even get the show I want? Or am I just being a spoiled brat?
You're not being a spoiled brat, especially because YouTube's expensive. It's the most expensive one. Like, YouTube TV is, I think it's like $70 or something like that. It's not 90. Cheap. Yeah. 90. See that? There's zero chance, especially you take off those 3. I'm out. Like, I don't care what kind of discount you're giving me. I'm out because those are the 3 things I'm watching. We pay for all of it. Like, we just do subscriptions rather than any kind of cable-like service. So we have the Disney ESPN. You can log into mine if you need to.
Appreciate it.
But till it flags us for one household. But we pay for Netflix. We pay for HBO. We pay for all of them, by the way. It's cheaper than YouTube TV. So like, again, take that with a grain of salt. I pay for all of them. It's cheaper than $90. I think it's cheaper than $50 for all of them. Now we watch ads on every single one. So that's part of it too. But I think
YouTube
it's dumb.
TV, you have ads.
I know they don't have, they only have so much control. So to an extent, whatever. But yeah, if you're eliminating half of the channels, my price should be cut down to nothing. Like, not nothing, but like a lot. Even Dancing with the Stars, which again is like a show that airs at a certain time, it's on Disney. So like, again, it's not just sports that are being, it's so much more. And so, yeah,
And I always, one of the things I always try to do with this podcast is to roll it back. And we've talked about this, is when there is diversification like this, and sometimes that's really good, it does make it hard for us marketers because we're like, where should we be going? So one of the things I've said, and I don't want this to be like a full shot on like billboards, right? So traditional media, billboards, newspapers, radio, those sort of things, I still think those have a great place. Depending on your business and your market. My problem with those traditional media is that the eyeballs have decreased. They just have. Like, that's not my opinion. But the price has not dropped at all. That's what you just said, right? It's like, if you're taking away the service, you should decrease my price. And it's almost the opposite. Right? In some traditional media, the cost has actually gone up. And so I think that's sort of the lesson is, number one, as a marketer, make sure that you are getting the most bang for your buck. Just because you've done it in the past doesn't mean you should do it. Because the example I always use is billboards. It's like, for years, if you had a billboard and there were 4 people in your car, you kind of banked on the 3 people who weren't driving to see your billboard.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were doing nothing.
Right.
You're not getting any of those now. They're all on their phone. And to be honest with you,
the only hope is the one that's driving.
And he or she is often on their phone too. So like
True.
Right? Like, so billboards still have value for sure. And so I don't want to get any angry emails about that. But there are fewer eyeballs. It's factual. It's inarguable, right? It's not an opinion. Right?
Yeah.
So I think that one of the things we have to look at is like, where are we utilizing those dollars and how can we, you don't have to track for every eyeball, but I do think we have to be paying attention that just because we've done this in the past, there might be a better bang for your buck because you want to be reaching directly.
Yeah, it's the same way you and I were talking about. We've used different, like paid for different services on the back end. So LinkedIn is one of the things that I've started paying for recently. And I find it really, really beneficial. And we used to use a different system. And we've switched to that. Again, it was just one of those where like, we were just like, oh, we're not getting our money's worth out of this. And I'm not utilizing it right. So how do we, as marketers, switch the way that we are looking for our clients? How do we switch the way that we're doing our business? And so it's the same thing for us of just, how do we switch it and make it work for us?
How do we utilize the dollars we have? Because we all have limited time, treasure, and talent. How do we utilize to get the most response? So I just want to say, let's plant a seed, Jade. You just mentioned an interesting thing that I think could be a future topic for us. Okay. You're paying for LinkedIn, and we've really just begun that.
Yes, very much.
Let's think about how that's worked. If there's value in it, like what you're doing, that could be a future topic for the podcast that might actually add some value. So.
I'm for it because then I don't have to think about next week's. All right.
Yeah. All right. But before we move on, if you have a strong feeling about this YouTube TV thing, or if there's a better way, like, because I will tell you, there have been some times where I've been frustrated about something on this podcast and I ask the audience and all of a sudden they're like, hey man, this is how you block this. And this is how you do this. Our audience is really smart. So yeah, if you have any ideas around that, I'll be open to listening.
Yeah. And also I'm still not going to pay for YouTube TV. All right. Next, we are getting into the New York City Marathon, and I am excited about this one because it came up as a controversial topic on my TikTok, and I thought Kirby, who likes to run, would have an opinion. So essentially, the entire thing, and I want to preface this. Kirby got like a 30-second heads up that we were going to be talking about this. I gave him surface level information. And then I went and dug deep and found out a bunch more information. So
okay,
I'll
good.
fill you in. So the New York Marathon, the influencers started before the elite athletes. So they had them an hour before the influencers started running before the elite athletes. I'm giving you that much so far, and then I'm going to play devil's advocate with all the things I've learned. Okay. Hour before, and people are mad because they were like, elite runners should start first.
Yeah. Okay. So background for people who don't run. I mean, if you've run a race, I think you'll totally understand this, because generally from a 5K to a long, like you let the fast people go out first. Right. Because A, they're going to run a better time, and B, you're not going to get freaking trampled. It just makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. You get the fastest people out. Safety, it allows for people to run their best times, which again, this is
a lot of them are doing it to beat records.
They're professionals.
And this is what they do. Yeah. So heard.
So, and I will say, like, when you told me this, I didn't know that it was an hour in advance. That is different. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That being said, when you're talking about the New York City Marathon, this is not enough. An hour is not enough time. If you just have them run a different damn race. Like I hate this with all of my soul. Okay. Like, I think because you had said, and I don't want to put your words in your mouth, but you're like, hey, influencers are doing this. And so more people are talking about the New York City Marathon, and we're now talking about the New York City Marathon.
Right. That's the whole point.
It is, but you hear the thing all the time that all PR is good PR. I just don't think that's true. I ask a child molester. Like, I'm sorry, not all PR is good PR. Or accused child molester. Like, I'm sorry, it's not. So me talking about being annoyed about the New York City Marathon, that doesn't help the brand.
Fair.
I think. And if you want influencers to run the race, have them run the race. I love that. That's a good thing. Give them space. Do special things for them. I have fly a helicopter and shoot videos of them and drop Gatorades to them. I don't care. Mm-hmm. The elite runners should be in advance. And to be honest with you, they're the professionals. As I said to you when I got all fired up, I'm glad you gave me a little bit of heads up on this, because I was cursing at a much higher rate when you first said this, because this is BS. Like, I am pro influencer, but I'm also, if I go to an athletic event, I don't go to see Kim Kardashian hit a tennis ball. I go to see a professional. If I go to the Olympics, Michael Phelps needs to be swimming, not Pew Pew the TikTok star. Sorry.
So now I'm kicking in. I'm playing devil's advocate,
because
right, you'll get going. So number one, again, it was an hour ahead of time. Now, they still got passed.
Of course they did, because that means you don't understand professional runners. They're so much faster than us. That's Kirby? Not enough time.
Okay, next. They had a police escort, and the influencers were forced to get out. Like, it wasn't even a question. They were forced to get out of the way of the elite runners, so they could not be in the way.
Don't believe that, but okay.
Every clip I saw, the influencers were not in the way, and they were running along them, cheering them on. Yeah. By the way, I want it also loudly stated, don't give one shit. I don't care. I don't care if they were in. Okay, wait, one more thing. They have let the influencers go for an hour ahead of time for the last 14 years. This is not new this year. People just found out about it because they have more well-known influencers doing it this year.
Okay, that's interesting. That means I've hated it for 15 years. The people who are professionals running the race, they caught him anyway. Of course they did. If you understand how much faster, professional runners are, I run more than most people. Funny
because I couldn't care less. This is one of those topics I did because I knew I could get you fired up, and it is working. God, it is like rage bait for Kirby.
Well, it's just, you don't go to the Olympics. You watch great athletes. This is I'll tell you where I want to see influencers who are going to make a show of something. Have them return kicks in the NFL. I think that's a great idea. Let's go. Let's see how that turns out for them.
One of the other complaints is that all the marathoners were like encouraging, I'm hoping Maverick doesn't bark because there's all kinds of people going by my house, but the marathoners were like, this is so fun, like, ha ha ha. And everybody was like, I actually didn't like those videos. I preferred the ones where it was real people running at the back dying, because a marathon is not light work. Like, can we not minimize how much work a marathon is?
That's a whole separate topic we could have, because that's one of the challenges with social media is you get the highlight reel, not the behind the scenes. Right. It's actually why the best content is the behind the scenes.
Right. Yeah. Everybody was like, the ones that shared them like laying on the ground, like dying in the middle of this, like those were the ones I actually appreciated.
Yeah.
The ones that were like, I did no training, let's run a marathon. I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, you're
lying. And you're lying. Yeah. It's so like, it's the reason that I think certain influencers do even better. Like, shout out to my lovely bride, as she started a Instagram called Renovate and Elevate. And her whole thing was, I'm going to show, she's like, every person on HGTV is wearing these beautiful Lululemons. Their hair's all perfect. They don't dirty at all. And she's like showing pictures of herself covered in drywall and whatever, because that's what it really looks like. Right. And I think when we, as a business, can show the real, like, entrepreneurship is hard. Marketing is hard. Business is hard. Like, of course they got passed.
It's a marathon. Don't downplay it. Like,
yeah,
I would die. You have to be a serious athlete to be able to just jump in and do a marathon. It's crazy. Anyways.
Well, and even that, a specific type of athlete. Like, a professional athlete that's a football player, some could, but most couldn't run. They'd have to train for months, because it's a totally specific kind of thing. I run a lot, and I couldn't go out and run a marathon. Like, it would just be crippling, right? So I shouldn't be this fired up, but this is one of those things where it's just like, the organizers of the New York City Marathon, yes, you should utilize influencer marketing. And P.S., Mr. and Mrs. Business Person listening to this, you should utilize influencer marketing. I'm pro that. But also understand the event you're running.
Right place, right time. Well, and also, like, to an extent, to that point, if you're utilizing an influencer or doing some type of like influencer style, so if you're trying to get content for your event or whatever, do it in a way that's not interrupting the event.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we were saying even just about our customer appreciation shows, that next year we got to find somebody who can come in and their entire job is just to do for that 4 hours or whatever, is just to do that. It's like, we're seriously talking about putting money into having somebody just come and film and get some content for us, because it's a really cool event. Right. We do that. That's one of the services we offer. But also, like, do it in a way that is not interrupting your salespeople. Like, because we can't do it in a way that I now am the one that's doing all the marketing, because then I'm not interacting and being in the event. So hire it out. Was literally, I didn't even think about the fact that we did it. Solid salesperson. But like, hire somebody else to come in and make that their thing, and then fully embrace it in a way that, like, you're not getting in the way of the actual event. You're there to just document it and make it really cool and fun. So,
all right, I like it.
All right, you're driving the next one.
Okay. All right. So this was a thought I had this morning. I was actually watching a video that I just want to give credit where, so Dan Martell is somebody who I've done the coaching program with. He did a video recently where he's talked about testing 500 different AI tools, and these are things that helped him. And one of the things that kept reoccurring to me is speed, right? So if you do this, then this communication happens, and it happens every time. And one of the things that he kind of talked about is, like, if you create a sales automation, then that sales automation, and you want it to call back in an hour, it always calls back in an hour. It always uses the right script. It never calls off for a day. Now, there's efficiencies with that I think all of us as business owners and entrepreneurs and marketers should look at that. But the thing that got me thinking is that I think it changes our view of what reasonable follow-up is. Like, as a human, you're like, okay, I just had a call or a sales call with this prospect or customer. I sent them the information that they wanted. And I think truly, I was thinking about this morning of my own thing. It's like, okay, then I'll set a reminder. I'll follow up with them in 3 days, because I want to give them time to look at it. I want to give them time to, I don't want to be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And if my competitor has an AI tool that sent them the same thing and then followed up with them 6 times in those 3 days, they've already got the sale.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is, are you seeing that like from a consumer side or a marketer side? And do you think that needs to affect how quickly reasonable response times are?
I think so. There's kind of a two-parter to this that I will give. I think to an extent, AI, I haven't noticed it like when I'm purchasing stuff, but to an extent, because of things like Amazon, again, instant gratification exists. So the idea that people are more interested in getting their responses as quick as they're getting their order confirmations and things like that just makes sense to me. But I think there's also like to the second part of this is that there's a lot of ways that you can do these type of follow-up things and quick action things that you don't even realize. Like the newest trend where it's like comment and gift and we'll send you a message or we'll send you the link or whatever. That's an AI automated tool that you can do that like anybody can implement kind of thing. And so I think to an extent, yeah, it does make me go, I should probably do a better job. It's like every time I'm like, I gotta look in the mirror, I should be doing a better job. But also my brain is like, all right, well then how do I utilize AI to then make me be able to do it? But I still want to be the person. I don't want AI to be doing my follow-up to an extent. Like I do understand the perks of it. How do I make AI set me a reminder so that I have to follow up within an hour? Or like that it's easy for me to follow up within an hour and easy to replicate my processes. That's where my brain goes.
Which I love. But on the other side, you have said that, and this is just for the discussion, okay? So like,
yeah.
You're like, I need to set boundaries. I don't want to reply at this time. I don't want to call them on this day.
This is true.
Like, right? And so what if there's a lead on Saturday? Does that mean you're going to go 48 hours before any communication happens? I mean, in history, for sure it would, right?
I hear you. Like, but I'm like, yeah, that is,
and that's reasonable. Plan. It's totally reasonable. Like that, I'm not, this is not prescriptive and I'm not saying you're doing it wrong or that I'm doing it wrong. No. I just was like,
it's just a conversation.
Am I doing it wrong?
Right. But then my brain, like, I don't know that I fully comprehend and utilize AI enough in those moments that like you say that. And my brain is like, I don't even know where to begin with what AI, and maybe I need to go look into the Dan Martell podcast and listen to it and learn all those tools. But my brain is like, how am I doing that in a way that truly still feels like me? I would struggle with finding a way to do it. Again, I'm for AI. I am pro AI helping utilize and make my life easier, but I'm also pro being a human and people knowing that I am human and it's not just all automated stuff. And so finding that balance is what makes me nervous about that process, candidly.
Totally. I think that it's wise for you to be nervous, but I'd also say that the tools are getting so much better.
Yeah, that's it. I just need to do it.
Yeah. So, maybe this will be a 2026 project for you and me to be like, okay, how do we utilize? So, okay, that's cool. All right.
I gotta like move stuff because this is a big product of the week.
All right, here we go.
It's product of the week time. Okay, so this coffee cup is not inside of the kit because I've got coffee in it. That's not important. Okay, so this is my new kit that was sent to my house. So these items, there's 3 items inside of this kit. The box can be customized, and then all the items inside can be customized. So keep that in mind. So obviously, this box has the magnetic closure. It is really nice. Like, it's next level. And then the box comes, now it's been taken apart. So inside the box, you get this really cute, sleek looking coffee mug that is like next level aesthetically pleasing. I really like the look of this, and the colors that it comes in, gorgeous.
And J stands for Jabranding Bestie?
Jabranding Bestie. Or Jade.
That's
Next,
my favorite line.
This journal is hands down the nicest journal I think I've ever gotten on my desk. I'm actually not exaggerating. This is like a leather, really cool imprint. My sister even pointed out this could be a coffee table book. Like, it's such a pretty journal, and it's just a nice quality. It's thick. And then you've got a really, really nice soft touch pen that this one says Jade Kreider on it. It's personalized. We love it. But again, all of this comes together, pre-packaged, ready to go, imprinted. So you don't even have to think about it. Less than $30, 125 piece minimum.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And call them pricing. This is $22. It's crazy. This is such a good deal. Talking year-end gifting. This is just put together. Talking onboarding kits. Again, just put together. Employee appreciation, put together. And all you have to do is just hand it to them. They sent me this kit and I was just like, well, I wasn't expecting it to be that nice.
Yeah.
Holy cow. For that price, huge.
Yeah. And I will say that you mentioned over and over, we have mentioned together the packaging. Yeah. What I love about it is they've put all that together, because I think one of the things that can be intimidating is that, okay, cool, I got to get this, and then I got to get this, and then I got to get this product, and it's shipped to the thing, and then I got to buy a box, and I got to put it. It's just all done.
It's done, and it looked really cute. Like the presentation, it's got the filler on the inside, so that again, it just looks like it's gonna make a mess, but it's got all that filler on the inside. It just looks like this looks like it should be a $60 gift in my head. Like when I saw the pricing, I was just like, no, like that is such a good deal. So this feels like a given that is a no-brainer to me.
Yeah, I love it. All right, so perfect time for year-end gifting right now.
It really is right now. And I'm going to do the shout out this week. That never happens. It's kind of fun. It's kind of different. Yeah. Okay, so wait, you do the intro for what the shout out is. Go.
Oh, okay. So yes, every single week we do a shout out to someone, some company, some organization doing good in our region. This is one of our ways to just push out good into the world.
Okay.
Take it away, Jade.
This week, one of the companies that I have been working with recently, and I started, again, I'm doing a little bit more on LinkedIn, so I'm following a lot more stuff and actually paying attention to people's social media. So it's kind of fun. You get to see more good. Yesterday, as we're recording this, because we record on Wednesday, so the 11th was Veterans Day, and as a military spouse, and obviously that's a big one that's important to me. Surge Staffing, which is based out of Columbus, Ohio, their main office is, they did a Veterans Day, and I'm looking over here to make sure I give you the right information here. It was a Veterans Day give back. So they have a program, it's called their Surge Cares program, but essentially they did boxes of goodies that they gave to veterans like themselves, so that if anybody's, not getting the benefits that they need or things like that. So the box came with all your personal care items, a welcome home kit that had like a trash can, a broom, a dustpan. It had household supplies with bath towels and washcloths, and then it had all new clothing for all the people. So they put together these boxes and then took them and donated them. And they're like big boxes that clearly they put a lot of time and thought into. And it was one of those that I saw the post and like almost got a little teary-eyed, because that's such a big thing that not a lot of people are doing that for something like Veterans Day. It's something that maybe you're doing for food drives or something like that. But the veteran specific one, I think, is a really cool way to do it, to get specific and really make an impact.
We are, the whole point of this is to talk about good things going on in the area. I love that you took the lead on this one. But yeah, that's really cool. And shout out for sure to Surge for doing that.
Huge. And it's a really cool one.
Yeah, it's really cool. If you know of anybody who's doing something cool in the region, in the area, or in the world that you think we should be talking about, please let us know. Put it in the comments, tag the folks who are doing it, because I think the more we can push out good into the world, the better the world will be. Well, hey, this has been a fun one. Jade, as always, I always appreciate it. Again, this is the Better Merch, Better Marketing podcast, brought to you by Hasseman Marketing. You can learn more about us at hassemanmarketing.com. We would love to help you. Go out there, check out the Hit the Target framework. We're giving away books there if you dig in. There's all kinds of good stuff going on. So check us out at hassemanmarketing.com. Jade, thanks so much, as always, for being our branding bestie.
See you. Bye.